No, 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 that fuck shit's a no-go. That suck shit's a no-go. That fake shit's a no-go.
Yo, we are in the building. It's your boy Steven the Dream. This, that, and the third interview series presented by On the Check-In with DJ Issa and King Cannon. I am here. My special guest to the left of me. You hear his song On Go right now. No go. Not on go. We on go. But it's no go. My boy Young Blaza in the building. What's good with you, Blaza?
What's going on, man?
Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. Glad you stopped by, man. Checking in with us right now. Again, it's the platform for artists to come on, really get that exposure, to get to know them a little bit better, but also, you know, get into the music, get into some other things as well.
Absolutely.
Talk about No Go, man. Let's talk about it. It's making moves right now.
Yeah,
you doing your thing with it.
Having a real good year on that No Go. Of course, it did chart as high as 18 on the independent charts. It did crack the top 200 on the national airplay as well. So, shout out to everybody that's streaming and listening to that No Go.
Let me ask. No Pressure is the project. No Pressure 3.
No Pressure 3.
We're on the third series. No Pressure. Tell me the progression from the first No Pressure to the last No Pressure that you would say that makes this one. I would hope they've all gotten better over time in your opinion.
Absolutely.
But what makes this one the one that's really no pressure, bro? It's like it's no pressure, right?
Right. Exactly. So it all started like coming out of when I was in school. A lot of people was like, "Hey, you should make music for these type of people, or you should make music for this type of, you know what I'm saying, this type of situation. You need to make club songs. You need to make dance music, this, that, and the third." So it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm making music I want to make, stuff I want to listen to in the car, and I'm not trying to be selfish, but you know, I wanted it to be something doper. With that said, that's when I dropped that No Pressure. It was no pressure on me to make music at that point, you know, because everything I was gonna be dropping, I wanted to hear. So that's how we started that No Pressure, and then I got the business straight on the No Pressure too. So that was the first project where I own everything. I own the rights to the beats. I had everything copywritten, everything like taken care of on that end. And the third one, I mean, everything was full circle. So not only was I making the music I wanted to make, but the business is all the way together. So it sounds like an album. I worked with the producers firsthand. I was in the studio coming up with the rhymes while they were making the beats. So everything meshes together. So I do think that's my most complete body of work. It's my favorite project to date for that reason, is because I know everything on that is good. Everything, if you play that track, I'm getting paid for it.
Right. Every time it spins,
right,
it's a check mark coming through right there.
It's a different feeling when you hear yourself on the radio and you know, let me check BMI next.
Right. You speaking on some very important things. The business of music, which is a lot of times artists don't understand or want to know about the business. They just want to create the art, but you have to realize a lot of times that is what you kind of. It's a lot easier when the business is together.
Exactly.
Than versus catching up on the end.
For a lot of people, it's a hobby, and you got to learn when to transition it into a business. Because I do think for a lot of people, they should start out as a hobby, get better. You know what I'm saying? But then you have to know when and how to transition it to a business, because otherwise, if you're just doing it for fun, that's cool, but I don't want to see you in the radio station trying to get an interview and wasting time from somebody who's really out here trying to do it for real, trying to turn this into a business. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you just got to know what you're doing and how to do it.
What's your style? What's your style, would you say? Because I've heard the turn-up songs, but then I've also heard the serious, let me really give y'all some knowledge on this right here too. Would you say that you just multifaceted in that way, or is it something that if you hear the beat, you look for? What's your style when you're making a song?
So the main thing is I like to stay lyrical. I felt like growing up, being from the South, it was like a stereotype that cats from the South just couldn't be lyrical. Cats from the South just was never talking about nothing. So I go out my way that when I drop a track that I'm saying something. So it doesn't matter if it's a turn up track, whether it's a serious track. At the end of the day, I want to make sure that you take something from it, even if it's just a funny punchline. I want to make sure at the end of the day you know that we said something. So that's my main focus, is that no matter what the song is about, it's going to be lyrical. You can take something from it.
Okay. What's the name come from?
Young Blaza?
Yeah. What's the name come from?
Young Blaza, it's a long, short story. Long story short, I had an uncle that always joked around about rapping and shit. He used to call himself Blaza, but he was just playing. I started doing music. I always just had a love for recording myself and hearing myself back. So he used to joke around like, "Oh, you coming up, Young Blaza spitting that fire." So it started there. I took that name and was playing with it in school one time in high school. I used to battle in the lunchroom all the time.
Okay.
And once I started using that name in the lunchroom, it caught on heavy. It's like, oh, Young Blaza, he spit fire, he spit flames.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So from there, the school ran with it, and I had no choice. I was stuck with the name.
Did you ever see yourself as did you always figure you was gonna rap? I mean, did you know, was that something that you felt that, even like you said, in school you were doing it, had your uncle, everybody was kind of putting it on you, but did you see that as an actual career? Because you said we talked about the business, but did you see it as an actual career?
So I didn't see it as a career until after I got ready to leave college. That's when I realized that no matter what point of life I was in, elementary school, middle, high, college, no matter where I got, I was grabbing fans. People was pushing, wanting to hear my music at the next level.
Okay.
So it got to the point where I'm like, hey, I'm in Charlotte. I'm in a good market because I'm originally from Rocky Mount. I don't know if you're familiar
Shout out to Rocky Mount. I know about Rocky Mount.
All right. So a lot of people not familiar with Rocky Mount. So it's a very small city. A lot of people don't make it out. You know what I'm saying? So getting to Charlotte from Rocky Mount is like,
that was a step.
LA, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I wanted to make the most out of this opportunity. Yeah, man, it is kind of crazy.
That's crazy to hear
knowing
that.
people from Charlotte or around Charlotte, when they hear that, they like, what?
Because people from Charlotte would be like, I mean, it's like Charlotte, of course, is growing. It's definitely getting bigger, but they'll be like, it's Charlotte, you know, But that's okay.
Being out here, to me, compared to where I came from, it's like a dream. To be honest, that's why I like to travel, visit different places. You know what I'm saying? I like the culture. Like first time I've been to Atlanta, I'm like, whoa, this is, you know what I'm saying, different culture. First time I went to Miami, different culture. New York, different culture. And so that also helps me, I feel like, with music, to get outside of a box. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just thinking about country shit because I've seen other things. You know what I'm saying? I've seen other lifestyles give me other, you know what I'm saying, things to talk about.
It gives you perspective of, because a lot of people can be stuck in that small town or that narrow-mindedness of, I'm only going to get so big. But you yourself, I mean, you've been all over and been on stage with multiple artists that I would say more national known artists. Talk about what your feeling was. Let's maybe say like the first time you ever jumped on the stage with someone that you maybe didn't think that you were going to be on the stage with. And who was that artist, if you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, so I had a few crazy opportunities. It was about 2015. It's crazy because the situation was, it started with the baby. I was thinking I'm opening up for him at, I think it was Revolution at the time. What was it? It's on Tryon. I can't remember what it was like. They had like Firewater. It was two different, not Firewater. It was something. Phoenix.
Okay. Yeah.
Phoenix, and there was something beside it.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they used to call it. Republic.
Yeah.
So
Republic was there.
I was supposed to be opening for the baby then. And this is like, think about it, this is like 3-4 years ago. So seeing the baby then and seeing him now, he had that I think of Baby Jesus track.
Yep. So that's what he was, Baby Jesus. Right. The baby.
So you know,
that's Jesus.
At the time, I'm thinking this is just another local joker. I'm a local joker. We just we out there performing. So I perform, he performs. I see a lot of commotion going on behind me. I ain't really paying any attention. YF and Lucci. YF and Lucci's in the building right behind us. And he come out and start performing. I had no clue he was there at all. So
now
that was kind of bananas. Was not expecting that at all.
Lucci is definitely that would have. Yeah, I would have been like, you would.
It's like 2 years ago.
You would have Cronin in the background.
Like,
Like,
it was like right
on?
when he was first starting the pop too. So
Okay. So we talked about we jumped into what was going on now, a little bit of your past, but just maybe take me back to what was your first track? Do you remember your first track?
man, so
If and then on top of that,
dude,
would you play your first track right now?
absolutely not.
Okay.
You'll never hear that
Okay.
track. Luckily, I don't know where it's at. I'm glad whoever got it, make sure it don't come out the crates. Keep that song.
Keep that one low.
But it's called Gadgets, and it was basically a song off the Inspector Gadget. The beat was sampling the Inspector Gadget theme song. That dun, 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 dun. Yeah,
Really?
man, and I went in on that as my first song, freestyle. Didn't write it down, and boy, you trust me, it's a good thing you haven't heard that song.
So what was what circle was that? Can you take us back? Because I kind of want to know what flow you might have maybe was influenced by at the time. What you kind of what mood you might have been in then.
The crazy part is I know that was like I feel like one of the best times in music. That was like 04, 05.
Oh shit.
We talking Dipset,
Okay.
Jeezy,
Wayne was bubbling.
Wayne was hot.
Okay.
That's Carter 2, Wayne, Carter 1, Carter 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot going. That's what made me want to touch the mic, but I was not worthy. I was not worthy then.
You come a long way when it comes to your progression when you see it for yourself. You realize like you said, you wouldn't even want that to come out, but you know, so it might have been hot to somebody, you know, at the time, or somebody saw it and said, I see where he going, I see what he could do, but from then to now, you can definitely feel yourself progressing. Let me also ask, we talked about the Dipset, we talked about the Wayne. Is there one performer from that time or maybe somewhere? You said Dipset, but is it somebody from Dipset that made you want to rap more, or is it?
So I was a big Jewels fan.
Okay.
I was really feeling Jewels when he first came out. I was on him heavy, but yeah, like Dipset as a whole, like Cameron, obviously he had the style going at the time. He had everybody wanting to rock pink, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? He was really trying to take the fashion game to another level. So being in high school at that time too, that's all you focused on is trying to be cool and looking cool. So
Absolutely, I remember the era. It was even that era back then. Like I'm 27, so like I remember like the tall tees and the way we dressed back then to the way we dressed back now in literally a 10-year span is so crazy.
It is. And
then you can hear it. You can also tell in the music though, like the music that was back then, we don't get that no more really. Like it's 10 years. I tell you, 10 years, a lot of stuff can change.
I keep telling people that all the time. It's like 10 years ago, if you wasn't doing it, you could better not rap about it. You know what I'm saying? It's completely different now too. It's like you really rap about anything. Like there is no cap on what you can talk about no more. I remember D12, Eminem Group. How crazy it was. Some of the stuff they was talking about. People be like, "Yo, what are they talking about?" People used to think they was crazy.
Yellow, purple hills, the pill. Yeah, they was.
Now every song is about purple pills. Like
what they say, the drug dealer used to be cool. Now it's the drug user that's cool, which is 10 years, man. I don't know.
Crazy turn.
Let me before we want to get into your music video, Instagram model.
Right.
Before we get into that, what are your thoughts on Instagram models?
First off, I want to make it clear, I have nothing negative against Instagram models. This is all entertainment. It's all in fun. You know, it was inspired from a personal place, you know. Because we all know there's a lot of females out here that you see online. You like, oh, she's lavish. She living the good life. She making bread, doing whatever. And then next time you see her, you're like,
that's her?
Yeah, it's like, son ain't adding up, you know. So that's what kind of inspired the song. But at the end of the day, everybody got to hustle. Everybody got to get it in their way. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the Instagram models out there doing their thing. Okay.
Go ahead and intro the video for us so we can jump into it, let the people see.
All right, man. It's your boy, Young Blaza, the Lyrical Miracle, man. Everybody check me out right here. We got that Instagram model video shot by my man, Just Call Me Loop, and J Visuals Pro. Let's get it.
All right.
bang Blaza shit. Slime boy, you a fool. Had to do one for the hoes. Yeah. America, nigga. For the hoes. Going in all 2018. Let's go.
She a Carolina girl straight from Raleigh. When Atlanta start working at Phallus. She be backstage in the lobby. On back page, selling her body. But I don't give a damn telling nobody. Need a couple bands for my pocket. Pippin' nigga always been for profit. Turn the Instagram model to some dollars. She a Carolina girl straight from Raleigh. When Atlanta start working at Phallus. She be backstage in the lobby. On back page, selling her body. But I don't give a damn telling nobody. Just need a couple bands for my pocket. Pippin' nigga always been for profit. Turn the Instagram model to some dollars. She a dog, yeah, she a rock rider. If the bitch loose, need a shot collar. That girl one hell of a product. That's why I'm the shot collar. She thinks she American model. I think she top dollar. Putting dollar signs on my name like a top dollar. Should you hate me? Should you not? Need to make your mind up. I'm from North Carolina. That head shot gon' tell your line up. Your whole team is vagina. She thinks she the Black Madonna. Fuckin' folks for the Ferragamo. You the type to take it to your mama. Like lil' mama. Met a girl that cook mama. She a Carolina girl straight from Raleigh. When Atlanta start working at Phallus. She be backstage in the lobby. On back page, selling her body. But I don't give a damn telling nobody. Just need a couple bands for my pocket. Pippin' nigga always been for profit. Turn the Instagram model to some dollars. She a Carolina girl straight from Raleigh. Moved to Atlanta, start working at Phallus. She backstage in the lobby. All back page, selling her body. But I don't give a damn telling nobody. Just need a couple bands for my pocket. Pippin' nigga always been for profit. Turn the Instagram model to some dollars. PhD, she a head doctor, she a scholar, and she swallow like she got a whole lot of to be proud of. Bitch, on the shit, not the brown stuff. I'm more about that green if you know what I mean. Talking crinkle, gon' go trampoline if I'm on the scene. All about the Nicky, even with a limp biscuit, I'm rolling on the beam. Crown and Hennessy controlling me. Got my main hoe trolling me. Got your main hoe consoling me. While I lane hoe, cause she exposing me. Cause you can't get no more clothes for free. If you swear this hoes is gon' get you nowhere, it's gon' get her new hair, a new boo and shoe wear. Don't you get jealous, nigga, you show the who care. You knew better, do better, look at her, who cares? She a Carolina girl straight from Raleigh. When Atlanta start working at Phallus. She be backstage in the lobby. On back page, selling her body. But I don't give a damn telling nobody. Just need a couple bands for my pocket. Pippin' nigga always been for profit. Turn the Instagram model to some dollars. She a Carolina girl straight from Raleigh. When Atlanta start working at Phallus. She be backstage in the lobby. On back page, selling her body. But I don't give a damn telling nobody. Just need a couple bands for my pocket. Pippin' nigga always been for profit. Turn the Instagram model to some dollars. Turn the Instagram model to some dollars. Turn the Instagram model to some dollars. Turn the Instagram model to some dollars.
Alright, we are back. This is that in the third interview series presented by On the Check-In with DJ Issa, King Cannon, here with Young Blaza. Just saw the video for Instagram model. I see why you gave the little preface about it was all entertainment there for the video. You definitely made fun with that one, but
absolutely,
it was definitely a dope video, dope song. I really like. I wanted to get into just something like off the cusp of music real quick. You dropped a video. Remind me of the name. Yeah, the video you dropped about, was it Keith Lamont Scott? Was it that situation?
Yeah, Chain Gang.
Chain Gang.
Right.
If you would just, if you remember what that situation, how that situation might have affected you. Has it been a year?
It's been a little over a year.
It's been a little over a year now.
Yeah, it's got to be going on about 2.
Why'd you make not just why'd you make the song Chain Gang, but do you just remember what? Because the city was like ablaze, like literally, like people going downtown. We had the riots, and people were just fed up with what was going on. But just talk about what your thoughts were during the time.
So it was being out here in Charlotte. If you out here in Charlotte, you know exactly what the climate of the city was like at the time. It was a lot of tension between You know what I'm saying? Us and police, and not just us as blacks, but us as minorities as a whole. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was kind of hard, because we see it happen on TV all the time.
Yeah.
But it's another thing because I live in the university area. You know what I'm saying? So when it happened, I seen the cop cars and the fire trucks heading in that direction. So it's crazy to cut on the news and find out that on the same street, just further up the road, you know what I'm saying, this happened. It could have been me. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
it could have been a cop in my neighborhood. For
sure.
So it kind of opened my eyes that, you know what I'm saying, it really literally hit home. Not the fact that it happened in Charlotte, but it really hit home more that they don't really care about us. They don't really care what happens as long as they meet a quota, or, you know what I'm saying, they get a paycheck at the end of the day. So it was also harder on me to figure out exactly what I could do. I'm just one man. You know what I'm saying? I can't go out here and fight off the police. I can't go, even if I got my law degree, became a lawyer, worked my way up, one person, but even just still, that would not be enough for me to change everything out here by myself. But with this song, I have a platform. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get streamed on all the major major music platforms, on my website, things of that nature. And I'm not saying that's all I can do, but I felt like that is a start. That's the best way for me to come out here, because if I come out and try and be a politician and give people messages, you're not going to receive it the same, because you see me as Young Blaza, the artist. But if you listen to it as in an art form, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna receive that message a lot better. So that was the reason I made that song, and the reason I made sure I put a video behind it and push it.
Video is powerful, man. I like the video.
Because I wanted people to actually take that message, and I'm not even pushing that song out as a single. I just wanted to make sure that message got out there the same way as if I'm telling you to go listen to my single and request my single. You know what I'm saying? I want you to take this message, especially if you from where we from, you know what I'm saying? We gotta stick together, and we never gonna get anything done individually. We got to do it together, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you represent, I represent, so forth, so on, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to this particular thing, you know what I'm saying, with the systematic injustice.
And it really, like you said, it hit home here too, because and to tell you the way things have turned, I went to Facebook, and I'm now watching from the news is there, but somebody on Facebook is literally in the mix showing you, here's the street, the person is here, here's the ride. Like, everything was so surreal, because like you said, we see it all the time, but to really say, I could drove 10 minutes down the street, and now I'm in the mix, it was a surreal feeling, but an eye-opener at the same time. And I think you really showed in the video that, you know, the images and the things that you were showing and the things that you were speaking on really are important to listen to and to come together when we got a cause to stand up for, that we need to stand up for. And you as an artist being able to do that, I think artists maybe find a hard time trying to figure out where their lane can be, because you can be talking about this one day, something like that happens. Yeah, it is your role and your place to go ahead and say, now let me use my voice to speak on it and tell y'all how I feel.
Absolutely.
And I commend you for that. I thought that was really dope as well, that you put that out, for sure.
I appreciate it, man. I always kind of felt like that, even when when I was working the 9 to 5, when it was situations where the boss wanted me to do something, I thought, well, cool. I wasn't gonna do it.
Stand for that.
It ain't no $10 an hour, $12 an hour enough to. You can't. My pride is more valuable than that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, especially as black men, we always got to keep our pride first, because
they
always been trying to take it from us. Exactly. Like I remember, like, growing up on basketball teams, football teams, coach asking why I smile so much. Like, what's a fucking problem to smile? Like, I gotta have a mean mug at all times in order for me to be what? You know what I'm saying? Like, so. It's just stuff like that. I always kept in the back of my head, and those just principles I live by. Like, if I believe in it, I'm always gonna stick to what I believe in, no matter what.
Absolutely, man. We talked a little bit off camera about some things you got coming up, and I'm looking forward to those things for sure. Some movements that you plan on putting in motion. Anything you got coming up in the next couple of weeks that you want to speak on right now?
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure. I stay booked up, but September the 8th at the Common Market.
Okay.
It's a very small venue, so definitely get there early. Thinking capacity is about 100. Okay. So first 100 people there, we're gonna have drinks. It's gonna be me. I'm gonna have a bunch of, I don't want to name artists yet, but I do have a few guest artists that's gonna touch the stage with me. Again, that's September 8th from 9 to 12 at the Common Market. So definitely be there.
Okay. Do this for me. If you would, give her one more track for me. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna outro the people, and then we'll let you give your socials one more time. But again, this is That and the Third podcast, folks, presented by On the Check-In with DJ Issa and Big Tony, Big King Cannon, Big Tony. That's his little nickname there. But we out here looking for the artists, man. If you in the city, we need you to come out here. We need you to get these interviews so that way the people can get to know you a little better, get to know more about you and more what you got going on. Young Blaza came through and definitely feel like I got to know a little bit more about Blaza. I hope the people did as well. Make sure you let them know where they can talk, where they can find you if they want to reach out. Somebody wants a feature, if they want to, whatever they want to do. Let them know where they can find you.
So you can find me. Everything is at Young Blaza. That's no O. That's YUNGBLAZA. That's my Instagram, Facebook, everything, Snapchat, Young Blaza 1. And if you just go to my website, youngblaza.com, Google me. Everything's there.
It is, man. What you gonna play for us on the way out, man?
All right, man. So we just talked about it. I feel like we're gonna have to play that chain game.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's very appropriate. Very appropriate.
Let's do it.
Well, let's play the chain game. Stephen the Dream. This, That, and the Third interview series presented by On the Check-In podcast. See y'all next time, man.
Let's go.
Hey, 20 seconds.
Yeah.